Harry is set to buy a house in Britain despite Meghan's protests. The Montecitoc Duke intends to solve the problem of housing in Britain once and for all, which implies that he plans to visit his homeland often. After Charles took away the Sussexes' Frogmore Cottage revenge on his son for his memoir The Spare, the couple have no home of their own in London. There were rumors that Meghan and Harry hoped that the king, who has a large portfolio of royal real estate, will allocate them at least some apartments. But Charles remained deaf to their hints. In September, Prince Harry came to Britain for 2 days before the Invictus Games and asked for permission to stay overnight in one of the royal residences, but was refused. Sussex had to stay in a hotel. Insiders reported that Charles put a condition: if Harry wanted to stay at one of the royal residences, he should make an official request to the palace and do it well before his arrival. Now sources have narrated that Harry has decided not to ask his father for anything more, but to buy his own house in London. Using a small apartment in Kensington Palace would be convenient from time to time. But when it comes to a house in the UK, they will buy it themselves, the insider narrated. Such a purchase could cost a lot of money because the prince will not live in some shack. And Meghan allegedly does not like it very much. She does not want to come to Britain and considers the purchase of a house in this country an unnecessary waste of money. But Harry does not listen to her. The prince believes that he needs his own place to live, which would give him the opportunity to visit his homeland as much as he needs. There are differences of opinion between the couple on the matter, but they will soon start looking for their own property near London, and Harry is largely leading the charge. An insider told OK Magazine, Harry will not ask his father, King Charles, for a property on the royal estate after he was evicted from Frogmore Cottage. Recall, earlier it became known Charles fears to anger the royal family because of Harry. These reports suggest that the relationship between father and son at the moment is very complicated. Clearly, the king is aware that Harry's presence in Britain is somewhat antagonistic. The relationship between him and his brother is known to be particularly fraught. Ed Owens said, anything Charles wishes or does on a personal level to try to mend his relationship with Harry may have a wider negative impact on his relationship with other family members, because clearly there are family members who are not prepared to forgive Harry for what he has done. Palace insiders are saying almost every day that William and Kate are against getting closer to Harry, that the Welsh have no intention of forgiving Harry, and things like that. The king reportedly doesn't want drama and discontent in the family because the Welsh will protest if he decides to welcome Harry to the palace and build a rapport with him. At the mention of Harry, William becomes adamant, and royal experts have said on more than one occasion that we may never see the brothers reconcile. The case is no better with Camilla. The press, citing courtiers, writes that a storm has been brewing between the king and his wife about Harry. They say she doesn't like to see the king blaming himself for the split with his youngest son and dreaming of a family reunion. She also doesn't like it when her husband gets sentimental and moping and has advised him to lighten up, a palace source claimed. Camilla is angry that Charles feels guilty about not being a good father to Harry as a child, the insider reported. But during Harry's childhood days, Charles was busy with Camilla and was a good godfather to her son Tom. And now Camilla is there for him and Harry isn't. According to an insider, such talk is not adding optimism to their relationship, and Camilla is working to distract the royal from the drama with his youngest son. Biographers claim that she has enough power to do so, and she can even change palace rules and notorious protocol. She's also well connected in the press, and the king's wife is making sure Charles's reign is not overshadowed by the constant mention of Harry and Meghan in the headlines.